Hey guys, it's 28. So today we're going to talk about one of the most tragic disasters in Quezon City, Philippines, or the Philippines to be exact. It is the Ozone Disco Fire. So let's get going. The Ozone Disco Fire in Quezon City, Philippines broke out at 11:35 p.m. Philippine Standard Time on March 18, 1996, leaving at least 162 people dead. It is officially acknowledged as the worst fire in Philippine history and among the 10 worst nightclub fires in the world. Ozone Disco was a popular spot in Quezon City for students and young professionals in the mid-90s. It was located near the 11th World Scout Jamboree Memorial Rotunda along Timog Avenue and was opened in 1991 by Sergio Orgao. Its building had previously housed a jazz club named Birdland. The disco was operated by Westwood Entertainment Company, Incorporated. The fire broke out just before midnight on March 18, 1996. At the time of the fire, it was estimated that there were around 350 patrons and 40 club employees inside the Ozone, though it had been approved for occupancy for only 35 persons. Most of the club guests were high school and college students attending graduation or end-of-the-year school celebrations. Survivors reported seeing sparks flying inside the disc jockey booth before shortly midnight, followed by smoke, which they thought was part of the plan of the DJ. Another survivor added that about 15 seconds of the smoke, the electrical systems of the disco shut down. Flames quickly became visible. Many of the bodies were discovered along the corridor leading to only the exit, piled up waist high. Quezon City officials were quoted as saying that the club's emergency exit was blocked by a new building door, and that there was no proper fire exit installed. It was also reported that the exit had been locked from the outside by the club security guards, who thought that the riot had taken place. Oh my god. The final death count was reported as 160 and 162 people. Oh my god. The latter being the figure cited by the trial court that heard the ensuing criminal case. In addition, at least 95 people were injured. The death toll was one of the worst ever for a nightclub fire, though it was subsequently surpassed by the Publica Cremanion nightclub. 6 people involved with the Westwood Entertainment were tried before the court for criminal charges of reckless imprudence, resulting in multiple homicide and multiple serious injuries. On March 16, 2001, the president of Westwood Entertainment, Hermelio Ocampo, and the corporation's treasurer, Ramon Nang, were found guilty by Quezon City Trial Court and sentenced to a 4-year prison term, and filed 25 million pesos each. They and their co-accused, who were also ordered to indemnify the families of the deceased 150,000 pesos and 100,000 pesos to the injured. The trial court concluded that Ocampo and Nang failed to provide fire exits and sprinklers inside the establishment, that the fire extinguishers they placed were defective, and the lone exit through the small door was swung inward and did not meet the standards set by a building code. A former employee who was among the survivors of the fire has claimed that the inward. In November 2001, 12 officials of the Quezon City government were in charge before the sending bayan for reckless imprudence and resulting in multiple homicides and multiple serious injuries. They were accused of allowing Ozone Disco to secure a certificate of annual inspection in 1995, despite the inadequacy, insufficiency, and impropriety of the documents submitted by the owners. In 2007, one of the 12, the former city engineer and building official of Quezon City, Alfredo Macapugay, was discharged from criminal and civil liability after sending bayan concluded that he had no hand in the issuance of the necessary permits to Ozone Disco management. Lastly, on November 20, 2014, 7 officials of the Quezon City government were found guilty under Philippines Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices Law by the country's anti-graft court sending bayan. They were held liable for negligence in connection with the approval of the building permit and the issuance of certificates of occupancy for the company, which owned Ozone. The club's owners were also found to be liable. And that's all for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Also, please care to subscribe. A lot of people aren't subscribed yet, so if you're not subscribed, please give this video a like, and please subscribe. That's all. Thanks, and God bless you all.